What's up? So YouTube. We about to react to six Latinos versus one fake. Odd ones out. Jubilee. Let's get right into it.
I'm Latina.
I'm Latina.
I'm Latino.
I'm
Oh, yeah,
Latino.
Twitch and,
I'm Latina. I'm
Twitch
Latina.
and
I'm
everything linked in
Afro-Latina.
bio. First YouTube back.
Hola, hola. Me llamo Carla Alicia y hoy estamos representando Panamá. I'm a behavioral technician full-time and I'm also a part-time student.
I'm Dominique. I'm from Argentina. I came over to the United States to study, and I'm a student right now.
Yo me llamo Andy de Lourdes. Soy dominicana y soy productora.
My name is Emilio. I'm
not
Mexican, and I'm currently at grad
100%
school.
black.
I'm Teuta Brasileira, which means I'm Brazilian with German ancestry. I'm originally from São Paulo, but I'm living in the US since I was about 6, and I'm a fact checker.
I am Eduardo Jose.
Just look at everybody else. Just look at everybody else got the same skin complexion. But you wanna know who doesn't? I think I know who doesn't.
Soy Morales Alvarez. I'm from Honduras.
I'm not calling
I
that
work
nigga,
construction
bro.
and I'm
Just
currently studying HVAC.
Oi, eu sou a Paulina Rezende, eu também sou do Brasil. Eu sou uma estudante, I go to Cal State Northridge for business law. E faz, I'm gonna say it in English because like you guys are not understanding what I'm saying.
A little bit.
I was like, what? Yeah, I moved when I was 11 to the US.
Okay.
Oh no,
I could
she's
tell you were
still
Brazilian, but you're
on
flip-flop.
Wiggins. She's
Stop,
still
no,
like
I
the
saw
same.
it when I was like,
I
in the
bet she's
Brazil shirt.
Brazilian.
Flip-flops are not Brazilian.
I immediately thought Elise was Brazilian. Flip-flops gave Brazilian, just her overall vibe. Her Portuguese is also perfect.
So was everyone born in their country or? I know I was born here,
Nah,
so I'm gonna just put that out there right now.
I was born in Brazil.
Oh, really?
I was born in New York.
I was born in the Bay Area, but I did live in Mexico growing up.
What part of Mexico?
Mexico City,
What part of Mexico City?
Iztapalapa.
I lived in Argentina my whole life.
Wait, did you say a little Spanish in the beginning or no?
No, pero
Can you
puedo
say
hablar en
something?
castellano. Sí. Tengo acento
like the
argento.
Argentina accent,
Brasil, Argentina.
What's
Nico
your father?
Fly.
¿Qué le gusta a tu papá comer?
I'm glazing, man. Hey, but like, if I was here though, they should say like which kid is like the darker. Like they sound. Never mind.
Morcilla.
You know, so?
The blood sausages. People here hate it, but they're really good.
A drink that I really like is called chicheme, which is kind of like horchata. We eat empanadas, which is basically like a beef patty. That and then arroz con gandules, that's rice and beans, stuff like that.
A mí, I like plátano, I'm Dominican.
Oh, there you go.
Plátano, mango,
¿Duro o qué?
de todo, todos los
de
plátanos.
todo.
Plátano.
I like beans mostly. My mom makes them frijoladas. If you don't know what
Oh, yeah,
frijoladas
those are
is, it's like enchiladas, pero con
It's making me
frijoles.
hungry,
Stroganoff,
bruh.
it's like
You want some
stroganoff,
burrito
with like beef
tacos?
with like a cream sauce, and it's pretty good, so good. But with like fried potatoes and rice, and that's like something my mom makes really well.
I like pastel, which is kind of similar to an empanada, but it's kind of a little different. Because in Brazil, I don't know, the taste is different and the crust is a little
You'll
thicker.
find it somewhere.
And then coxinha, you have chicken and then you have
Like an
potatoes
egg.
inside. Yeah, it's kind of like this. Looks like a tier.
Hey, but if they're
Brigadeiro
here
is like
in a
my
week-
favorite dessert.
Paulina, she was correct in what she was saying, that, brigadeiro and things like that, but that's also very like surface
Oh, no,
knowledge
she
and
is,
things
like,
that probably a
half
tourist or a foreigner would try if they came to Brazil.
Sopa de caramal is a very typical dish down in Honduras. We also do a lot of things with bananas and plantains, for instance, tostones and tamales, fried bean with stuffed tamales. Do a couple hundreds of them,
I seen that
and we
from,
cook them for
Coco.
8 hours,
Yep.
Is it for holidays or is it just kind of like whatever?
mostly during the holidays.
Okay.
Where you say you were from?
Honduras.
What do you guys think is like a struggle being Latino? I feel like literally nobody believes me that I'm Latina. I don't look the stereotypical version of Latina. Here, everyone's like, you're not Latina. Like, but you were born here, right? I'm like, no, I was born in Brazil. Like, I used to have a really thick accent. Like, I lost it because I've been living here for 10 years. But I always have to prove it, and I feel like it's like kind of discrediting me as a Brazilian Latina.
Paulina walked in and she has this Brazilian shirt. So I think that she might be the mole just because she's trying so hard
country, bro.
to
We got Roll
show
Tide,
us
really.
that
He repping the
she
Roll
has
Tide.
this Latina personality.
Growing
Roll
up,
Tide,
like
Roll
I
Tide,
felt like I was
he
close to
repping the
the
tides,
other
man.
Latina kids, but like I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't like when I first got here, I couldn't really like talk to y'all. And then like with the other kids, especially other white kids, like they're like, you talk funny, so we don't want to hang out with you. And I'm just like, I don't know, I feel like growing up, that was like really hard to be kind of like in limbo like that. Like no one really claims
like
you.
People usually look at me and they'll say like, oh, like, are you black? Or when they hear me speak Spanish, it's like, oh, are you Mexican? Oh, did you learn it in school? And I feel like one thing that I really struggle with is proving myself as a Latina. And then on the counter end of that, you see people that are like Afro-Latina and they'll be like, oh, I'm not black, I'm not black. But the reason why they say that is
have y'all seen that video? It was like Dominicans can be the same color as I'm dark in real life. The same color as I say I'm not black, I'm not black, I'm not black. No papi, no black, no black, no black, no black. No papi, no black, no black. It's like, yo, I believe it, bro, cause like, never mind, no, I don't. She's the only one. She's the only one.
Because for most part, when people refer to you as being black, they refer to it as being African American.
And we're also taught that black is bad. So a lot of people rather deny the Afro-Latinidad. A lot of the stuff that I do, I represent a lot of black and brown content. You know, I'm a producer, so I make a lot of, to me, my work is to show that we do speak Spanish, that we do exist.
Most people, especially Americans, see Latinos as just like mixed brown,
like
medium skin. So to be black or white and be a Latino is just like, people are like, oh, what?
Just like
for me, my struggle with being Latino is like checking off the box on like any kind of document that you sign or like, and for me, it's like it kind of erases our indigenous ancestry too. So that's a struggle for me is to, you know, to recognize that part of my heritage as well.
I agree, because I am half indigenous, so I never know what to check off on the box. I'm either, and then when you want to check off black, it'll say black, non-Hispanic, and it's like, okay, what are we gonna pick?
What's the national hero for you guys' countries? For me, for instance, it will be the worship of the Lenca tribe, Lempira.
See, he got it, bro. He unless he really studied hard,
he's like the general that went through the Andes to like free all of the Latin American countries, including Argentina.
I feel like people get really passionate about Santos Dumont, which he was actually the first person to fly an airplane. If you think it was the Wright brothers,
they gonna vote her or her. I swear they're gonna vote her, because she is suspicious. She's suspicious because, like, look, Brazil shirt, sexy, fine, and then like, I don't think they're not suspicious of her at all. I mean, you can just tell he's not to say anything. I'm just saying, like, bro, like they not suspicious of him, bro. Why would they be? Why would they be suspicious, bro? There's nothing to be suspicious about. So he's good. She might be in the clear. She talked. Let me just.
There's something that's not true. Santos Dumont, he was the first person to do it like on video with actual proof, and the Wright brothers were just like hearsay basically. But you know, that's what the whole world learns, especially Americans. I think that's the one thing that Brazilians are very passionate about.
I think for us in Mexico, it's Emiliano Zapata. If you don't know, Zapata is a revolutionary as well that also fought in the Mexican Revolution. And for us, it's like, for me personally, he's a big icon.
It was whoever planted the first plátano. That's what I think. I just don't know who it is. But that's what I think.
Anita? Like, Anita, she's revolutionary.
People here talking about history, and you're like, she's slaying the house down.
She not only speaks Portuguese, she speaks Spanish.
She's cooked. She's actually finished.
I already know who I want to take out.
Dang, I knew this.
Sus, if you ask me. The fact that she was a director, I was assuming, well, she has work experience on that, so she might be able to fake an accent.
I feel like Dominique didn't feel confident at first. When she first started talking, I was like, okay, maybe she's the mole.
I voted for Eduardo on the first round.
What?
No offense. I honestly feel really bad about it.
Eduardo, as soon as he said the whole history question, I was like, that sounds very rehearsed, so that's why I voted for him.
This nigga, you could tell he's, I mean, Latino, my fault. I didn't mean to say that, but like.
Oh, Eduardo, right away, because how you got your name for years and you said it like you were not Latino. So I was like, hold on.
I am Eduardo.
You are one of me.
I had to deal with that my whole life. I cannot roll my R's. I'm pretty weird about that. So I try to avoid saying my name as much.
Wait.
Oh, wait. How does she do that?
What?
I'm pretty weird about that. So I try to avoid saying my name as much.
Ooh. Oh, wait, how does she do that? Oh, hey, you alright? You're coughing up a lung.
Oh, only 2 this time? Dang it.
Dude, you're coughing up more. I've been telling you to get that checked out every lunch in the void since you got in that unisex.
Yeah. And then my bachata. Okay. You see that? Okay.
I like dancing with music, but I like a cumbia, you know, it's like...
Oh, you know what I like?
I'm
cooked. I'm actually right. No, I'm actually
Carla
cooked.
was from Panama. When I was dancing, she was like, do zapateado, and that's like a very Mexican thing that she identified. So like, that convinced me that she was Latina.
All right, I'm Dominican, so tú dijiste bachata. Okay. All right, 1, 2, 3.
Ooh, sorry. 3. Okay. Yep.
There you go.
Yep.
That's a true Dominican dance. You see? 1, 2, 3.
Ready?
1, 2,
I've never seen that before.
Nice.
I'm not even gonna never seen that before. Never seen that before.
Some of it's like a 3 steps like that. I don't have music either, but it's all about. I don't dance though. We're reinforcing stereotypes. Can I just take this? Brazilians, especially as white Brazilians, we don't always know how to move.
Here's the thing, not all of us dance, but we can tell by the hips.
Oh.
Okay, to be fair, a lot of people can move their hips even if they're Latinos.
But you can tell.
But you can tell.
I'm gonna do the Selma, which is like a...
Okay.
And then there's this one that's my favorite. It's the quadradinho. I don't know if you guys know how to just call the square.
Why does she look like one of the
like...
girls off Family Guy? She turned her shit back. Look. Turn her around. Turn the camera around. Turn the camera around.
Yeah.
Nobody want to see that, bro. You don't got nothing back there.
Okay, but everybody knows those to be fair. Like, so let me ask you. Okay.
What are you trying? Like, bro, what are you doing?
Biscoito bolacha. Eu falo biscoito. I say
have
biscoito.
nothing back there, bro.
She came
Stop
after
turning
me
around,
for a
bro.
little bit for a couple of stuff, and I was like, that's a little weird.
I don't speak Portuguese, so it was hard for me to, you know, distinguish if she was or she wasn't.
Okay, wait, Brazilian thing. You gotta have the scar from the
I got
vaccine.
vaccinated here.
I have the scar.
That's why I'm
Where is it?
Look,
I have dual citizenship. Wait, I have it too.
So I don't have a scar because first of all, I did my vaccinations late in the U.S. My mom is the original anti-vaxxer, and I just don't have it. I don't have it. What's something about you guys' culture that you don't like? Because, you know, I think we're all very proud, but when it comes to, like, not everything's
Colorism.
I don't like that Dominicans and Haitians don't get along as much as we share a country, as much as we share an island.
The thing about Argentina, I think we're all very passionate people, but to a fault. Because like we always want the extremes. So for example, for political matters, it's really, really bad. Because if the president or anyone does one thing wrong, immediately the whole country hates them because we're so passionate. And I think that that's just counterproductive. So it's a little bit hard to get things done.
I feel like the only downside of Brazil and the reason why I left to come here was the violence. It's like my parents were scared that one day in my life I could just like in the street just get shot for nothing for a cell phone.
People in Brazil will literally carry 2 phones, like a decoy phone for like the bus, because people come up in there and rob it. So it's just like
I was mugged by like a 15-year-old, like when I was like walking down the street
kids,
in the middle of the street, and the kid was like, "Give me your phone," and I was just like, I remember looking at him and being like, "No," and just kept walking. It's just like that happens every day.
I feel like I'm also hyper aware because of that. I get scared of doing the simplest things. Like in Brazil, I don't stop at stop signs.
Yeah.
Like windows are never down in the car, and they can just like snatch it off. That's the only downside.
Oh, that's
I love
in Brazil.
The people, I love everything except for that.
I want to say I love the people too. My downside that I had in mind was it's like a much more lighthearted one is that we don't know how to say no. Like literally someone like if they don't know, if you're asking them for directions,
I know some people that
they'll
don't
just tell you some bullshit. Like instead of just saying I don't know, or like if you invite a friend, be like, vem no churrasco domingo, like come to my barbecue. Be like, oh, I have to take my grandma to like wrestling practice, and like they'll just make up a million excuses.
All right.
Before they'll tell you like, no, I don't want to come. So I feel like I wish we were just more direct.
I guess I resonate with a lot of things that you're all saying. I guess the toxic masculinity in Mexico specifically, like the machismo, is pretty strong, and it leads to a lot of things like violence. And myself,
they got
as
like
someone that considers
some
themselves
cartels
anarchist, like I think it encompasses a lot of these things like colorism, classism. Because in Mexico, it's not necessarily racism. It's more like what you say. It's like colorism. kind of like discrimination against indigenous people by like white passing people like myself.
Yeah, I agree.
So what song in particular do you like dancing at, like a quinceañera or like at a wedding or something?
I had a quinceañera.
Okay, so if I tell you Gustavo Lima.
Oh my god. I see. Oh, wait.
I'm like testing her because I know she's Brazilian, but I'm like...
That song, like, that's the only Brazilian music that has ever gotten outside of, like, Brazil. Everybody knows I Se Eu Te Pego and that.
What's a really dumb thing that they ask you about your country? For me, they ask me, like, if we're riding donkeys.
Panama Canal? Panama
If you speak Spanish, nobody knows where Brazil is.
You speak Brazilian.
Yeah.
I've been to the Amazon forest.
Nobody lives. Everybody in Brazil mostly lives.
I have beef with people like, I've been to Mexico, but it's really like a cruise that they went on. They went to like, I don't know, like Cancun.
I've been to
Dominican Republic, they've been
Bahamas.
to Punta Cana. That's not tourism. Oh wow, that's Europe basically.
Or they say if you're Brazilian, then why are you white? I get that all the time.
All the time. I went to like this American thing, and I was like super white because it was
El
winter in
Salvador,
Argentina,
is it?
and I
No,
came here in the summer. And at the end of the thing, I was really, really tan because I tan really easily. And she was like,
I thought I knew.
I
thought I
you're
knew the
from
flag.
Argentina, and I was like, why? She's like, you're brown now.
Argentina, yo! I had an Argentina Roblox shirt.
It was insane.
I'm
They're
lying. No,
Argentinian.
I think
they're
I
like
did.
actually they don't look anything like me. They're blonde and
No,
blonde.
Messi
My dad
plays
is
for Argentina.
blonde and blonde. My mom has black hair and brown eyes. It's
When people
Argentina.
talk about Argentina and the blue eyes. And
Okay,
like, I'm sorry.
don't.
No, in Brazil too. Brazil too.
Why?
You seem too nervous and you answer too quickly.
I know she's shaking her leg over there a lot. I'm sorry. I don't know if you have a tick or
I have
something.
a very
ADHD, man.
I'm sorry. Okay.
Okay, when did you get your ears pierced?
Oh,
My ears?
Yeah.
Since I was young.
Like
Since
in
I was
the
17.
womb.
when I was born.
No, your first piercing, when was it?
I got my piercing when I was 17 years old.
Your first one.
My first piercing, my tongue.
Okay, what about you?
I got these first ones when I was born, or not when I was born, but like around, you know?
Oiga, Lara, so I can't tell you if I'm Latina or not, but I can tell you that I'm a Scorpio. So I like long walks on the beach.
She's not.
And according to the Nectar app,
She's not.
I'm an RWPO.
She's not. She's I don't care about nectar. Dang.
I am so confused. I'm looking around and everyone seems legit, and Emilio just was not really saying anything.
Dominique, her name didn't seem like Latino.
We have counted up all the votes, and it is a
Tie.
tie.
Our first
Come
time.
on,
The
bruh.
tie is between Dominique and Elise.
Woo!
I didn't know I'm gonna have to.
We'll give you each 30 seconds to
Yes.
state your case.
I don't know what to say.
What?
Okay, I am from Argentina. Hablo castellano. Me siento muy argentino.
hold on.
I don't know. Like I have like.
Yeah. Oh, I don't have $10. $7. 7. Whoa, but
I'm gonna give you a $20 bill.
what? All right.
That's someone who cash out somebody $10 and she will give me $20. I don't have $10 on cash app for her to give me $20.
All right. Anytime we go broke in this bitch.
All the stereotype things of like living in a country. I had like little mark of the vaccine. I got my ears pierced when I was born. I don't know.
She sound nervous.
The dollar's going crazy over there now. The Milei's down there doing things, hopefully good things.
She's selling,
I'm not a
bro.
good dancer. That doesn't mean I'm not Latina.
Eu já falei pra ela. So, like, the thing, like, the scar, I think anybody can have that. I think if you vote for me, it's because you don't know enough about Brazil. And I'm not gonna beg. I don't know what y'all want me to do. Like, I think that's it for me. Oh, sério, meu irmão. I just want you to know the mole is still here because my best friend is Serbian and she has that scar. Just letting you know. So, the mole's still
She's
here.
snitching like
Said
that.
more than just the scar.
It's just annoying. It is just like a confirmation of what I hear every day, but, you know, congrats to the mole for making it this far, I suppose.
If everyone feels confident that you have already caught the mole, you can end the game now. But if the majority has doubt, the game will continue. Please raise your hand if you want to continue playing the game.
I want to continue.
Same.
How many accents can you do?
A little bit of a Spanish one, like Spain Spanish, like puedo hacer un poquito de, no sé.
I knew she was Latina when she said, hear my accent. I'm Argentina. Listen to my accent. How many accent can you do?
Just Brazilian. So I used to talk like this, and I used to say chu, and like that's how I used to talk. And then I kind of lost it over my years.
How often do you guys visit your home countries?
Every summer. Because I have to work during the summers in my college, so I go every summer for 2 weeks because that's the break that I get.
What's your year in school?
It's from March to December.
That's how we do it in Brazil too. Our summer break is
I guess it's like
Oh, yeah. That's how it is in Panama too. Yeah. Okay, what's a fun fact about your country? I'll go first. Sorry, I just really want to say it. Reggaeton was made in Panama and it got popularized in Puerto Rico. So I just want to put that out there.
That's a fact.
Just want to put that out there.
Wait, can I think?
We've been pressuring you, but I don't want to give you too much time either. So go ahead.
No, but like, go. You go ahead.
But I don't know. Oh my God.
No,
when they were doing the whole Amazon forest burning, and they put
We're
pictures
somewhere,
of
y'all.
elephants. We don't have elephants.
We're somewhere,
No,
y'all.
we're not. I just cannot
We're
think of
somewhere,
anything.
y'all. Okay.
Oh,
I
fun
will
fact,
answer.
rubber was invented in
That's
Mexico
what I said.
about 3,500 years ago.
Name 4 places in Barcelona.
Barcelona.
Oh, Pero de Argentina.
En Argentina.
En Argentina.
Córdoba, Salta, Neuquén, Buenos Aires, Santa Fe,
Well, I'm not gonna lie,
Tierra del
man. I don't know,
Fuego,
but
Mendoza.
this is kind of
Brazil.
tweaking,
Brazil.
man.
Okay, states in Brazil?
Where do
Okay,
you live? Where do you
I'm
live?
from Espírito Santo, Vitória, an island in Brazil. So there's Minas Gerais, São Paulo, Rio de Janeiro, Mato Grosso do Sul, Bahia, Salvador.
¿Quién me puede decir? Is that real?
What about
Those are all states. São Paulo, that's how we say Rio de Janeiro.
what's named
Minas
some places?
Gerais.
Dominican Republic.
Nagua, Moca, San Francisco Macorís.
President of your country currently.
A what?
The president of your country.
It's either Hipólito Mejía, Leonel Fernández. My father works for the president, so.
But you don't know.
No, the main
Valentín
president.
del Olve, he retired. That's my dad. I think you're the mole.
I'm not the mole. I don't know.
The only thing is between y'all two.
The only thing that is throwing me off is like you're wearing a Brazilian shirt, so it's just like a lot
Okay,
too much.
yeah. And it's funny because I actually I was telling my sister, I was like, they're gonna think I'm the mole because I'm wearing
It's
the
okay. I was
Brazil
gonna
shirt.
wear a shirt like that too.
I wanted to
Like,
represent my country, and like I think
I feel like we should ask him a couple more questions.
Yeah, he's quiet too.
They jumping, bro.
I
Free
think
my.
that's a stereotype that like Mexicans are loud, but like I'm just like an
No,
introvert.
we're
Wait, but you guys speak Spanish. I don't know anything about Spanish-speaking countries, so you guys would have to prove it.
Mi papá es de la Ciudad de México, de Iztapalapa. Mi mamá es de Guadalajara.
Yo, Jinx hasn't seen
Okay, yeah, because you
32
wouldn't choose
K
such
in
places
that
no
long.
You said you were
one.
a Sabo kid at the beginning of this game.
I'm not an Osavo kid.
Okay.
What's your last name?
My last name is Kovac.
Do we all have really long? Do we all have really long names? Rezende.
What's your
Becar
last name?
Varela.
Mine is Jones, but my.
Do we all have really long names? Because
No.
yes.
I mean, it's
yeah.
Dominican
Brazil we have
Melvandrina del Olve.
Dantas de Rezende.
You said?
Oh wait,
He was giving my government.
I think they all know who's not in.
The person eliminated in this round
It's
is
her. It gotta be. If they say him, they're tweaking. Yeah.
It's okay. Good luck. Out of everyone that was there, I had the most non-Spanish name. My name is French, and I could tell that people were like, Dominique.
If the lights
Dominique.
turn green, that means you have voted out the mole and you win. If the lights turn red, that means that the mole is still
Oh no,
in the
she's
box
Afro-Latin.
and you lose.
I'll be so mad if you guys are the mole.
All right. Are you ready?
Afro-Latin.
In
Afro-Latina.
3, 2, 1.
Is it green? Is it green?
Yo!
And then you convinced me. I was like, and then she danced with me. What if I dance with the mole? I dance with the mole.
Will the person who is not Latino please step
Man,
forward
if
and
it's
reveal
the big
yourself?
guy, I'ma crash
3,
out, bro.
2, 1.
Dang.
I'm from
You
Tennessee.
brought me down
y'all.
with you.
Yeah, no, I was gonna. My name is Elise De Vega. I'm from Tennessee originally, and my hobby, my passion, my driving force in life is just languages. I'm obsessed. On my YouTube channel, I talk about my experience learning languages. I show speaking my languages, and yeah, I give people tips on how to do the same. I speak Spanish, Portuguese, French, German, Turkish, American Sign Language. Hola. Hola, bonjour, hello, merhaba, selam. I've been learning languages since I was a kid. It's just been like a big hobby of mine. I actually learned Spanish first, and like I said, it's actually way better than my Portuguese. I feel like y'all would have voted me out quicker, as you know, if I was saying I was Mexican or something like that. De hecho, hablo el acento mexicano.
You know what it was? Honestly?
That would have convinced
That would have convinced me too.
I want to give a friend a shout out, Kian, who's living in Brazil and gave me a lot of this inside information as an American living in Brazil. Couldn't have done it without you. I did already have like a lot of this knowledge just from speaking with Brazilians, having Brazilian friends, but there was definitely just some cultural knowledge that I had to brush up on. My strategy going into this obviously was to wear flip-flops because that's quintessential, like Brazilians wear flip-flops every day. Also, I wanted to vote out Paulina immediately because she's the real Brazilian who can actually plant doubts about me because she knows.
And then when she said you guys voted the wrong person, that's when I knew you weren't Brazilian.
Question, why did you guys vote Eduardo out first?
Feel so
He couldn't say
like
his own name.
He couldn't say his own name.
I believed you. Just started asking us history questions.
Oh yeah.
You should know a little bit about your history, and that's something I've been involved with, so I can pass it down to my kids, so they know who I am and where I come from. And I cannot roll my R's. I'm sorry, it's a speech impediment.
Being Panamanian is so rare nowadays. Being able to come on this platform and talk about my culture is super cool.
I decided to keep the hat on just to play the game a little bit. For me, it's more of a cultural thing to honor my indigenous ancestry. I have an eagle on my head, a wind spirit, a hecat over here, and I have Mictlantecutli or Miquisli. But yeah, I just didn't want it to be obvious.
A lot of people, they talk or treat me a certain way, or I have to switch to speak Spanish to make someone else comfortable because of my hair or my skin complexion. Being Dominican, you can't deny your Latinidad. It comes out. It's just, I can't hide it. It's money. Come on.
Hey, if you like the video, like, I'm looking at the wrong thing. If you like, hold on.
That's hella money.
If you like the video, like, subscribe, do all that link in bio. Yeah.